In this section, we'll talk about how to stop your dog from mouthing and play biting. Puppies like to play, and they do a lot of their playing with their mouth. That's called mouthing, and it's pretty normal behavior for a pup. It's a form of social play. But mouthing can often turn into biting. And usually those little baby teeth can be quite sharp. There's going to be 28 of those little razor blades, so you want to get the pup to know that biting is not allowed. They do start to loosen at about 4 to 6 months of age and get replaced by his permanent teeth. So during that time, the puppy will be teething. But teething is a little different than mouthing or play biting. It's more likely to involve gnawing or chewing on household objects rather than mouthing and play biting. And there are 2 ways I like to stop this behavior. One approach is to completely ignore the pup as soon as the play biting starts. For example, maybe he's tugging at your shirt or nipping at your hand. What you can do is simply stop moving when he bites. Just let your hands go limp, and then when he releases on his own, you can offer him a treat or a toy and lots of praise. This method teaches your dog that good things will be given to you when the bad behavior stops. And another way of handling this behavior is when the puppy starts biting you, either on the hand or the arm or wherever it is, give a good sounding ouch. Puppies are very sensitive to loud noises, so this method really gets their attention right away. And it has the added benefit of happening at the time of the biting. So he can associate the loud, startling noise with the biting more quickly, and he learns not to do it. So those are the 2 methods that you can use. When the biting starts, stop what you're doing and ignore the pup. When he releases, then you give him a treat or a praise or a toy. And the other variations, when the biting starts, say loudly, ouch, which helps him associate the biting with something disagreeable. As an alternative to the loud ouch, you can also snap your fingers once to get his attention, which again creates that association between a noise and wrong behavior. And of course, sometimes you can't just sit there and ignore the pup because some puppies just have a strong bite, and that can be uncomfortable. It's hard to sit there without moving while he's biting you, especially if he's particularly aggressive. So in that case, you might want to up the noise factor a little bit, maybe clap your hands really loud and say no. And either variation works really well, but experiment a little bit and see what you're comfortable with and what your pup is responding to best. This is a bit of a process and takes time for him to internalize, but stick with it and you'll really start to see great results. The trick is to be consistent and try not to let the biting go on too long without employing these techniques. And also at this young age, he will be teething and he'll be biting and chewing on things quite often for a few months. So he'll need lots of healthy, long-lasting chews and bones that help with those baby teeth coming out while the new ones are cutting in through his gums.